Uh, Okay, good evening, everyone. The purpose of this meeting is for us to have a group discussion anchored on results form entitled To My Fellow You, and also for us to share our experiences or insights on how the youth today shows confidence and interest in using their mother tongue language. And furthermore, we will also discuss if the youth still value the language they were brought up with. Um, Ms. Tan, would you like to share?
In my opinion, today's youth are more confident when they are using their native language. However, when it comes to interest, I agree that today's youth are less interested in their mother tongue because they are so comfortable using it. I think most of us are becoming immersed in other cultures or languages, such as Korean, which is very common nowadays. Since we have influenced by the other cultures, many people have lost interest in our own language. They are too focused on how to study other languages because they are too attached on the culture they have. They are more interested in studying foreign languages than learning our country's dialect. We are, however, expected to express our gratitude and appreciation for our language because it serves as a bridge that connects us together and keeps us united. I also believe that people are at their best when they speak their native language. Based on my experience, Bicol is the first dialect I learned. So when I speak Bicol or engage a conversation with other Bicolanos, I gain confidence because I am able to express myself better, and I appreciate my hometown, which I was raised there. Aside from that, some people believe that language is the basis of intelligence. They idolize or look up to you if you are fluent in other languages, particularly in English. But it is not a basis of intelligence for me, nor a basis of anything else. Um, for me, your identity is defined by your language. It determines who you are. That's all.
Um,
I agree with Miss Anne that the poem To the Filipino Youth by Dr. Jose Rizal is a message primarily to tell that the importance of one's love and appreciation to his dialect or language, for it is the bridge and medium that connects people's country. An addition point to that is Dr. Jose Rizal composed the poem To the Filipino Youth, which he dedicated to the youth of the Philippines. He wanted the Filipino youth to use their capabilities, talents, and skills to stand out not only for their own praise and success, but also for the praise and success of their own motherland, which is the Philippines. Dr. Jose Rizal wished for the Filipino youth to develop their skills and use them to aid those in need. Dr. Jose Rizal also challenged the youth in this poem to refine and nurture their, their artistic skills and to enliven and strengthen their scientific knowledge and to look ahead and follow their chain of servitude. The message that this poem to the Filipino youth is trying to convey is very strong. Strong enough to persuade those who must be persuaded, especially the Filipino youth. As one of those people, I could feel the nationalistic purge. It was like telling me that I am one of those existing hopes of our country and that through my skills, abilities, expertise, and knowledge of things, I am capable of protecting our freedom against oppression forces that may come through. Moreover, it was like telling me that together with my co-youth, I am responsible for I am I am responsible for preserving the Philippines language and as a nation for me and the rest of the Filipinos and not for the foreigners. On the other hand, how does language affect one's confidence? As a provinciana, just like Miss Tan, I came from northern Samar and I speak Waray. For me, language does boost, but somehow hinders one's confidence. It somehow hinders one's confidence, for I've experienced it, and I think language discrimination arises. I've been feeling small some because some make fun of how I speak, from the tone and some from the tone of how I speak, and it boosts one's confidence. Like learning a new language means you can meet new people. Your life is enriched by making new friends from other places who appreciate your efforts to speak their language and learn about their culture. Nobody will judge your level because what's important is that you're making an effort to communicate with them. You're making an effort to learn new cultures. That's all.
Thank you, Mr. Alcantara. Would you like to share
Oh,
experience?
um, I agree with the both of them when they said that, for one, this poem was for us to love our own language. And the only thing I disagree with is that, um, I see modern day Filipino youth actually indulging in our native languages. And um, actually, I see it all the time, especially on social media. And yeah, if the youth still values their language, I believe so. That would be all.
Thank you. For my experiences and insights, I agree with what the three of you have mentioned about how the youth value their language. And as mentioned by Miss Tan, she feels more confident when she's speaking in her mother tongue. And I experienced the same way. In my experience, most people are able to be more confident to express themselves and their interest through their mother tongue. Uh, a good example of this would be through recitations in classrooms, where most of my classmates, including me, feel that I could express more my answer and queries using the native language, which in Manila majority is Filipino. And furthermore, I still think the youth still value the language they were brought up with. Also, in my experience, being a student from the province like Miss Tan and Miss LONGCOP, I've been exposed to various language which are different from my mother tongue. My mother tongue is Bicolano language, and transferring to Manila is uh, somewhat challenging for me. And living in Manila for 2 years makes me comfortable with the Filipino language. But despite that, uh, I still value the Bicolano language by still using it when conversing with my fellow Bicolanos, and I make sure that I do not forget the language and feel that our language is not inferior to other languages. Having said that, my Bicolano friends who are also studying in Manila uh, said that they also share the same sentiment with me, and I think it also applies to most youth as well. That would be all. And Mr. Gakusan, would you like to express your experiences?
Language is important expressed by our feelings, communicating thoughts, ideas, and emotions from one to another. And when Dr. Serizals once said, ang hindi marunong magmahal sa sariling wika ay higit pa sa hayop ng mga sangis. For me, if we use our own language, communicate with the same Filipinos, which will understand what we talk and to share. But we use other language to communicate to other countries, to share ideas and talk to them. As a student, we have a different native language, Ilocano, Cebuano, Ilonggo, etc. And one example of my experience is by communicating my teammates from Iloilo talk talk to me by using his own native language, Ilonggo. So I can understand him because my native language is Ilocano, And no matter what explanation he say, we don't not understand each other. And the best thing to do is using our national language, communicate more effectively, and we can better understand what he say.
Uh, to add lang, since I haven't shared my experience, I guess in my experience, I sort of envy people who live in the provinces because they can understand at least three languages. Yung their native, their Tagalog and English, if I'm not mistaken. Um, for me, I have lived in Metro Manila my whole life, and I do not understand other languages. So my parents and grandparents do. Aside from that, I kind of want to learn more and understand what other people are saying in certain parts of the Philippines.
Thank you for that sharing, Mr. Alcantara. Does do anyone else wants to share more, or that would be all for our meeting?
Okay na.
I guess that's it. Thank you for participating, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.